We've had some really positive reactions and people have been really enjoying putting their memories on the wall. We're collecting memories for an online archive, so you see quite a lot of the quotes around come from the archive, and when people put these on, we'll slowly start putting them on the archive as well. So it's nice for people to come and see the history but also leave a piece of themselves as well. There's a lot of what does Newcastle mean to you. One of my favourite ones is this one, heartache and disappointment like a loveless marriage. I tend to give and the club tends to take, but when the ball hits the back of the net and the stadium shakes, there's nowhere I'd rather be. As a fan, I think it's important for them to come and learn the history of the club. At the minute, as we probably know, we haven't done great for the past few years, but it's important for them to come and see the times that we have done really well. So in the 1950s, it's important to teach the new generation about how we did then. I think it's quite nice when you see visitors coming in, it's grandparents bringing their grandchildren and showing them and the exchange of memories. And like I said before, telling them about the good old times, when the 1950s when we won the 3 FA Cup finals, and the nostalgia of it. I think you can see it transform into the younger generation. My favourite memory is of I met a gentleman in the library who introduced me to a guy called Alexander Higgins, and when I met him I recognised his name instantly, as his grandfather played for the Edwardian team and he was also called Alexander Higgins, and the guy was trying to trace his Alexander Sandy Higgins and his brother Nicholas Higgins, who played for the reserves team. He was trying to, they both went to World War I and Nicholas died. He was trying to trace Nicholas's family, and I think that was one of my favourite memories. We've got, in 1932 Newcastle United won the FA Cup in quite a controversial match where a long ball crossed the line and it shouldn't have been allowed. The subsequent pass from that ball, Newcastle scored the winning goal. And we have the linesman's medal, who Mr. Walton was awarded a medal for making the decision that let Newcastle win. In this case we've got Len Shackleton's autograph. In 1946 Len Shackleton played a game against Newport County. It was his debut match. It was a 13-0 to Newcastle, and Len Shackleton scored 6 of the goals. Bob Smith, who was lent the autograph, was there and he missed his grandma's funeral to see the match. Bob Smith also lent us this pennant from 1969 Fairs Cup. He went to see the Victoria Setúbal match, and it snowed all through the match, and the Spanish side had never seen snow before. He had his son on his shoulders. It was his son's first match, and when he couldn't hear him screaming to be let down, so when he did eventually let him down, he looked like a snowman.